Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So today we got to talk about Nikola Jokic's third MVP award and um how the NBA has gotten comfortable giving him that award. Now I love Jokic and I love the way that he uh talks about how other people deserves the trophy at times, and it's a lot of people that can win it. This isn't an indictment on Jokic. I just think this year, if you look at what OKC was able to do, number one in the Western Conference, and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's play, I think you have to consider him. Also, Jalen Brunson, just as much consideration as Shea, might I add, with what he was able to do with all the injuries the New York Knicks endured, and to get that number two seed, in the Eastern Conference. I think Jalen Brunson was an MVP too. Now, everybody else after that, I think, is a bit down from them, but definitely those two. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they were the standouts this year. But, Nikola Jokic got it. And Shaq said some things that's going a little bit viral last night. Now, I don't approve of what he said to Jokic because Jokic isn't giving himself the MVP. So, what is Jokic supposed to do? Not take it? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get it, it's still a moment for him. So, you can voice your opinion, but to go tell him in his face just to say I said it in his face, instead of it making you look real, it make you look like a clown because there wasn't no need to do that in his moment. Right? That was the wrong time to do that. Let's listen to what Shaq had to say. We're gonna listen to what Dwight had to say. Let's pick.
Joker, as the president of the Big Man Alliance, you are the vice president of the Big Man Alliance. You know I love you, the best player in the league. I want to congratulate you, but I want you to hear from me first. I thought the SGA should have been the MVP. That's no disrespect to you, but congratulations. And what do you guys have to do to get back on track versus Minnesota?
Thank you, Shaq. We don't judge people here, so that's fine. It's your opinion. I'm joking.
No,
I'm not
brother. Hey, all good. I love you. I love your brothers. One thing we always gonna do is keep it real with each other. Congratulations. I love
No,
you.
for real. I think there is a lot of players that deserve it. It's probably details and kind of small things. But yeah, yes, we have a tough stretch. We lost two games at home against Minnesota. Tomorrow we're going to Minnesota to try to get back series to Denver.
I don't like to rain on people's parade, but I'm not happy with this one. Congratulations to Joker. You are the best big man in the league, but based on everybody's criteria, my criteria, stat stuffer, you guys' criteria, number one seed, which team has a better record, I felt Shea Alexander deserved it because I've been number two a lot. When I played my ass off, number two. So the fact that he has to start all over next year and try to win it again, I think it was. I know it's going to be hurtful for him. Hopefully, he uses this to motivate him to win a championship. But I thought, and again, no disrespect to the Joker, best big man in the league by far. You could have went this way, but I thought Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, one of only a few players that had 30 points 50 times, stat stuffer, great season. His team is number one. Nobody expected him to be number one. I thought Shea Gilgeous-Alexander was going to win it by far. But congratulations to Joker. I'm happy for him. Third time MVP. You really can't be mad at this vote. But
No, you
the
can't.
fact that he has to start all over next year and win it over again. Because, again, I felt I was robbed 2 or 3 times, right? And I played my ass off. Stat stuffer, won championships those years. But, again, no
But
disrespect to the Joker. But me personally, I would have gave it to Shea.
You keep throwing stat stuffer out there.
No, because that's my criteria for
does Nikola
MVP.
Jokic not stuff the stat sheet?
Yeah, but not like
I mean,
Shea.
So after that, you had Dwight Howard, go on X, and he said, "Call Batman up. The Joker out here robbing." And he continued. He said, "First Joel, now Shay. Don't get me wrong, Joker was cooking this year, but Shay was killing." So, that was his thoughts on the Joker winning his third MVP. And we know Dwight Howard, anything he says about Joker now is going to be looked at as hate because, well, he frankly framed it that way himself. He some of the things he said about Joker has been unwarranted, so he's gonna have to deal with the slander when he has an opinion on Jokic. He feels like he needs to be back with the Lakers, and I'm not saying he wouldn't make somewhat of a difference guarding Joker. I think the bodies of Minnesota kind of prove that. albeit those guys are a lot younger, and they've been together for years, right? So it's not just one body, but these guys are rotating and they're able to be used interchangeably at different times. So they're different looks, right? So Nas Reed is one look, Cat is another look, and Rudy Gobert is another look. And so they're able to alternate that assignment and it really just works well. So it's good to have rotating bigs guarding him. So no one's in foul trouble, and then you have to go to a much less viable option. But Dwight Howard, he continued. He says, I saw the video of Superman and I had to delete my tweets because I can't be like that. I'm proud of Jokic. I'm just saying you gotta say he top five all time. 3 MVPs. Shea had my vote, but he a killer. So I know he'll be back next year. And then he continued, he said, first off, I think it's a lack of clarity of what MVP means and the way it's voted on. Is it the best player or the player who has the most value to his team's success? It still intrigues me that Kobe and even Shaq only have one MVP. Also, it's crazy that Bron doesn't have more MVPs than anyone else. He probably the most snubbed. Lastly, D Wade, Carmelo, and the man on the NBA logo never winning. It is crazy. What do you all think? What was the biggest MVP snub of all time? So Dwight went to, try to clean up his remarks, and I'm not really mad at what Dwight Howard did here. He went to social media. He said he didn't say it to Joker face like Shaq did. Shaq, if you don't want to rain on nobody's parade, don't do it. I would have again. I'm a person that would have loved to see Jalen Brunson or Shea Gilgeous-Alexander win the MVP. Because I think the way that Shea was robbed, I think people just dismissing Brunson is crazy too. Brunson should have been the MVP. You know what I'm saying? Like him or Shea, I could live with either one of those. I think Jokic, when you start to do this right, you start to give him all the MVPs. He got three. You start to look at Michael Jordan. I mean, like Michael Jordan, he could win every year. LeBron James don't have as many as Jokic of the NBA. That's crazy. That's a crazy way for history to be written. That Jokic has more MVPs than LeBron James. And no matter how you feel about LeBron James, I mean, there was a point he could have won it. I mean, LeBron could have won that for about 8 or 9 years straight. You know what I'm saying? He could have won MVP of the NBA. But it's about spreading the award around. And so Jokic isn't doing something so much that we haven't seen before that he should be getting it every year. Now, if he averaged a triple double and then he went and averaged 38, 18, and 12, okay, you just got to keep giving it to him then. But if, he's having a good season like he's having, but it's more of what we've seen. We got to look at somebody else, especially they ain't number one in the West. And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is coming into his own. You could tell like when certain things happen, it's a business because it ain't no need for Jalen Brunson not to get it or Shea Gilgeous-Alexander not to get it. They fell in love with Joker, and it's almost like the Steve Nash MVPs. Back to back. Come on now. Like I ain't feeling that either. I just ain't feeling the way that Shaq went about saying it. You ain't got to say it to Jokic like that. Because again, what is he supposed to do? Not accept it. They gave it to him. It shouldn't make you hate him. Should make you hate the process and everybody involved. So when you talk to Adam Silver next time, you need to talk to him like that, or the people that's in the NBA office. You need to talk to them. Don't talk to Jokic. He's just a player. He's gonna accept the award, and he played hard enough, and he earned it as a player. From a player perspective, you put in the work to give yourself that opportunity. It's one of the goals that you have on your board at the beginning of the year. But we need to talk to the people in the office like that more, not the players. The players get what they get, man. If they get an award, congratulate them and keep it moving. No need to harp on it. And Dwight, you gotta stop hating on Jokic, man. Get that hate out your heart. We know Jokic ain't a great defensive big and all that, and for whatever reason, man. But you know why you not in the league, and some of the other things you got going on too is probably why You know, people don't want you in the locker room. But I digress, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Till next time. Peace.